Hello everybody, my name is Elliot and welcome to SoundScape episode 1 where we take a look at your favorite movies, TV shows, and video games and see what it takes to truly immerse you into the soundscape. Now, the first question you might have is, who cares about sound? Why is it important? Well, we will definitely go into detail on that, but before we start, let's go ahead and roll a clip so we're on the same page. It'll be very quick. And you heard right, or lack of hearing. There was nothing to immerse you into that setting because I ripped the audio file straight from it. You can't hear my dog pattering around, you can't hear wind through the trees, you can't even hear the sound of the fountain gurgling 2 feet behind me. Without the audio in this clip, there's nothing to put you into the driver's seat of your character or your vehicle to push any narrative forward. You're just stuck looking through a window. So to flip this on its head, let's go ahead and take a look at another clip. Some of you might even recognize this. This is from a game called Forza Motorsport 7. For those of you who haven't, it's perfectly fine. This is a driving video game that was released back in 2017 and has to pride itself on being almost hyper-realistic. So without further delay, let's go ahead and break down what we're actually going to hear in this clip. And I promise there will be sound this time. Okay, once again, very short clip. So now that we've compared something with no audio with audio, we actually have the audio file of that previous clip right below us. We made it nice and big so you can go ahead and see all the details. And if you've never seen an audio file before, it is pretty detailed, so we'll go ahead and number the important parts of this audio clip. We'll start with number 1. This is going to be the base of the car file or the car engine. Of course, if you're driving, let's say you're going to work even, you're going to hear your car engine going underneath everything else. So this is going to form what we call the base of the audio file. The only time that we'll go ahead and dip underneath this is either if the car completely stopped, or in the case of number 2, where we have a gear change. This is where the engine will go ahead and rev down a little bit so we can go ahead and initiate a gear change. There are only 2 times in this clip that happens. You can see them numbered down there. And this will just go ahead and add some diversity and even some realism into our clip, which is very important for truly getting your character immersed. Number 3, we're going to go over very quickly because it's not a terribly focal point. Some of you might have even missed it on the first run through there. This is the sound of the confetti cannons that were going off in the very beginning. On the left hand side of the screen, when your character was rounding the corner, there were confetti cannons going off to kind of signal your return. There is not a whole lot to discuss about this, but if you do have peaks in an audio file like this, let's say you're editing anything, then you definitely want to know where those are coming from, and also it adds some diversity into the clip, so always a plus. Number 4 is where things get a little more interesting and what will truly make or break a unique and diverse soundscape. Number 4, the first one, is when we're going under the overpass on the first turn. You can even actually see the remnants of the confetti cannon at that very highest peak that you have just starting in the peak. This is what would happen if you were to drive underneath an overpass or mountain pass, maybe a tunnel, anything of that sort. You will, of course, hear your car get louder in real life. This is something that people are very familiar with. And if you're driving in a game, you're going to want to go ahead and experience that as well. So these boosts are coming from that echo, even though it's the same consistent car engine sound. We definitely need to hear some dynamics in that. And number 4 is going to be a very similar one as well. This is just another boost from going underneath that walking overpass near the very end. And that will go ahead and just about wrap up what we have for today. Once again, we covered about 4 topics that went ahead and made us truly sit behind the driver's seat of this game. If you are an audiophile like myself and love tearing apart your sounds, next time you're outside, just go ahead and take a listen and see what you can maybe piece together. You might be surprised at what you were dismissing as white noise. Next time, however, we are going to go ahead and take those heavily trained ears and try and trick them. In case you're wanting to go ahead and see a sneak peek of what's happening, we'll go ahead and play a clip at the very end of next episode. But in the meantime, if you did enjoy this content, be sure to subscribe because we are going to be posting more content in the future. Other than that, though, I hope you have a good day. Stay safe.
I'm going to play 3 videos of a rainy day. but I've replaced the audio of one of the videos, and instead of the sound of rain, I've added the sound of bacon frying. So I want you to think carefully which one the clip with the bacon is. All right. So actually, I lied. They're all bacon.